What's up, Dunwoody? Welcome back to the podcast all about Dunwoody, Georgia. My name is Matt Weber. The show is brought to you by Dr. Brett Friedman with Village Orthodontics. And today we're having a guest that's been on before, but I just had to hear from him again. So I heard, at least I read online, that you have run Brewster's out of business and you are now taking over. You don't even care that all those teenagers lost their jobs, but you ran Brewster's out and you're opening your own ice cream shop. Is that true?
Definitely not. Definitely not. I am open an ice cream shop, but I definitely didn't kick them out. I have no control of this. Regency
That's
centers.
not what I read online. So
of course, whatever you read online is always true. That's that. So anyway,
well, that's
no,
awesome.
I mean, Regency reached out to me and said, "Hey, their lease is coming up, and we like that space." And honestly, that's the one thing. I mean, I was tired of cleaning up all
right
Brewster's mess in the courtyard, and anyway, so we have this great idea for a dessert shop.
There you go. And I think it seems like it's going to be pretty popular already, along with the rest of your stuff. I mean, I don't think anything's failed so far. So just keep doing your thing, Dave.
No, I mean, that's what we wanted. I mean, we wanted the community to stay here and hang out and do that. It's for all ages, and that's the most important thing. Is I really love to see the families. I mean, it was amazing this past weekend. We did the village celebration with the Merchant Alliance, and it was over the top awesome. I mean, it was awesome.
I wish I could have made it. Can you tell me about that? What all went on there? It was all over the village, right?
Yeah, we did it. That was the goal, and that's been the goal, is really just activating the whole village area. And a lot of merchants participated. We had Santa over Big Frog. Chapitos was doing stuff. I mean, it was great. Big John's, Ace Hardware. We did this amazing lantern parade. I was so impressed. Lauren Sock, Frog Size Health, she's the one organizing. So it was great. And the tree lighting was unbelievable.
Yeah. I can't make all of the events. I'd like to make all of the events, but it's tough sometimes.
It was just so cool to see the performances. And unfortunately, we had the Atlanta United game. We had to show that at the same time, but we got a loss, unfortunately. So that's that. But it was awesome. It was great.
That wasn't the best. And it took me like probably 15, 20 minutes into the game and I realized that it was single elimination. The last round was the triple, 3 games. And I was like, oh, no, that's not cool. MLS has got a weird setup for their playoffs.
Right.
But so what do you know about ice cream? Do you know ice cream as well as you know all your other
business? We've had to do a lot of research. It's tough. It's tough on my belly. Anyway, so I mean, my thing is I wanted more of a well-rounded shop. So yes, we're definitely highlighting quality ice cream. I'll be honest, Brewster's had quality ice cream. That's what they had.
They did.
So we're going to be using a company out of Michigan called Abes. So we have about 24 different flavors. We have some non-dairy, some sorbet. We want to cater to everybody when it comes to the ice cream. We're going to be doing gourmet brownies. So we'll be baking those fresh, probably 4 to 6 different flavors, some seasonal stuff. And then we're doing a thing called fizzies. I saw a concept out of Utah called Swig, and they do this thing called dirty sodas. So it's like when you were a kid and you made a suicide and it tasted terrible. Well, this actually tastes good. There's a formula to it. So
it's a crafted suicide.
Yes, exactly. So we're calling them fizzies. So it's neat. So you take like Fanta orange, you put vanilla cream in it. You take a Dr. Pepper, put raspberry puree. It's really they're really tasty. So those are fizzies. And then at the bottom of the menu we'll have go to Barn if you're over 21 and make it a fuzzy. So you can add a shot of alcohol in that. So cool. It'll be cool with that. And,
where do you learn about all these other businesses? Like, how did you find that place up north?
Honestly, lack of sleep. I mean, I just always see what the trends are and what's going on and what's longevity. And, so we're always constantly, I mean, since day one, we tweaked Barn. We just celebrated our 3rd year anniversary here, with Morty's, with messages. You have to evolve. You can't just do the same old. You have to evolve and listen to what the guests say. I think that's the most important thing. We're not cooking for ourselves. We're cooking for everybody who comes in. And I think that's, for me, when it comes to the dessert shop, that's what I wanted. I wanted everybody can come. And, I'll be honest, that Brewster space, they weren't really utilizing it that well. There was no indoor seating. So we'll have indoor seating. We're putting our old school arcade games in there. Like the pinball machines we put at Morty's have been like awesome. They're so fun. Yeah. So these are
I try to go to your places pretty early, but I hadn't been to Morty's until I saw you there the other day. Morty's is, oh my gosh, that's like my new favorite around Dunwoody. Like the meat that we had was just amazing. And then when we walked into that upper room, I was like, oh my gosh, we got to bring the kids back here. This is so cool with all the video games and stuff.
Right. that's the most important thing is activations and what we can do. I mean, that's why we do all these events, because it's just keeping people here. And it's just, we're in Funwoody. That's what we're doing. We're doing food and beverage. We're not doing brain surgery. We just want people to have a good time. And and it's all about quality food, service, and genuine hospitality.
Yeah. And I love seeing the sign up on the wall where maybe I haven't told this story on the podcast before, but leading up to the parade, it was actually the night before. We have all of these magnets printed, and that was my job. Like, it was completely my job to have all of the magnets made for the cars, for all the representatives, and everybody that we needed to tell people their name, right? And so I think it was like maybe 25 different magnets that I had printed up, and of course Hayward prints these great magnets. And the night before the parade at like 8 p.m., I realized, oh my gosh, we don't have the Grand Marshal's magnet, which is the most important one, And I think I texted you. I was like, hey, is your car going to be decorated? Do you have all that? Like, are you going big? And you were like, no, I was just going to, kind of drive the car. I was like, oh, crap. And so my mother-in-law actually made this sign. I ran up to Home Depot and I found this for sale sign and brought it home. And my mother-in-law, it took a couple different copies, a couple different tries, but made this sign that looks kind of like the other signs, but just enough to know that it's like made by somebody. And it's on the wall now. I gave it to you and you could have cared less. You were so just happy to be there and happy to be leading the parade. And I love seeing it on your wall of fame. That was cool.
Yeah, I was so honored. That was really, it was just, it's not just me, it's my team. I mean, they're just awesome. And they just care. And that was fun. That was fun. The parade was awesome. And the Dunwoody Wall of Fame has been incredible. People bring us stuff all the time. So it's like just keep adding to the wall. So if you have stuff you want to put up on the wall, keep it coming. Keep it coming. We love all that memorabilia.
That's awesome. All right. So tell us about some of the events that are coming up. The Cinco to Hanukkah. I heard about that one. That sounds fun.
Yep. We have a couple of our regulars who've been doing a party for many years, for about 15 years. Anyway, they wanted to move it to Morty's. So it's literally the fifth night of Hanukkah. So we're doing Cinco to Hanukkah. So it'll be Sunday the 29th, 5 o'clock. So we're doing a nacho bar, taco bar. We're doing the spinning dreidel upside down margaritas. So we're going to have our barber's chair from Shine. We're going to do upside down margaritas. We're going to do a Manischewitz spritzer. We're just going to have some fun with this. I was going to do donkey races, but I said, let's not do that. So anyway.
There's not enough space.
Yeah, exactly. So, but no, it'll be fun. And just, if you're in town in between Christmas and New Year's, just something, it's all for the whole family.
Yeah.
For the whole family.
So you're saying that anybody around Dunwoody, like if they have an event that they do, or they have an idea for an event, they should come to you and you'll throw this event for them. Is that what I'm hearing?
It sounds that way. I mean, it's great. I mean, we're doing a menorah lighting on the 26th. Also, I mean, like I said, when we build the stage and the screen, that's what I love. I love when Dunwoody Prep comes and all the kids are out there hanging out. Whoever wants to use this, that's what it's all about. It's really just, I wanted that as a community spot. And we love to throw events. Our next one, Green Eggs and Kegs, coming up on April 26th. So we've locked in the date. We're shooting for 3,000.
I doubt that's going to be the next one. I don't think you're going to wait till
Well, actually, we have some other idea, but honestly, Green Eggs and Kegs this year is going to be ridiculous. Yeah. Last year was amazing. Every year has been amazing. It's grown. We're going to cap it at 3,000 people, and we've already got the alcohol distributors and restaurants already involved. So we're excited about that. And the city of Dunwoody, Discover Dunwoody, Create Dunwoody. So it's nice to see a community event coming together for that.
Yeah, and you have a date for that one already?
Yep, the 26th of April.
Do you know if it's the same as Lemonade Days?
I don't know.
See,
we're adult Lemonade Days. I know.
Yeah, no, I know, but I have to host the Dunwoody Idol event that same night on Saturday, and so I can never make it. It's been how long have you had it now? Is it 3 or 4?
This is our fourth year. Fourth year. We actually pushed it back a week because Easter Sunday is the week before. And Passover also. So we're like, you know what? I don't think we can do it the Saturday. And then you have to go to church and all that stuff on Easter Sunday, be with your family. Like,
actually be productive.
Exactly. So anyway, so that's why we pushed it back a week.
Did you know that Discover Dunwoody plays a vital role in supporting our local businesses? By attracting visitors, they help generate revenue for shops, restaurants, and hotels in the area. Their efforts in marketing Dunwoody is not it not only benefits the tourists, but it also creates jobs and boosts our local economy. So if you're passionate about supporting local, which I know you are, be sure to follow Discover Dunwoody on social media for updates on featured businesses and events. And if you know anybody planning a visit, send them to discoverdunwoody.com/whatsupdunwoody to find great hotel options. So by booking through that link, you'll be supporting this show and you'll be contributing to the growth of our community. So let's champion our local businesses together.
Well, that's good. Tell us, for those of you, I mean, I guess I know a little bit about it, but I haven't been there before. What is Green Eggs and Kegs? Like, what do people expect?
Yep. I mean, we started this just an idea. It's sponsored by the Big Green Egg, and it really started as like 10 restaurants and about 5 different breweries, distilleries. And we just said, let's focus on the local Dunwoody restaurants. And we have bands play. It's just a fun event, and went from 750 people to 1,500 people to this past year 2,500, and it's a darty. I mean, that's what it is. It's a darty. So people during the day, 12 to 1 VIP. We do special tastings for the VIPs, food and drinks. Then 1 o'clock, open the doors, DJ, live music, and it's one price. It's all inclusive. It goes to JDRF, Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. That's the charity we're involved with that.
Yeah.
And so there is. I mean, that's, it's back
It's the
to giving
biggest
back
adult party in Dunwoody. I mean, maybe it's the biggest party. I don't know if you can mess with Lemonade Days and the parade, but I mean, other than that, you guys are. I mean, Green Eggs and Kegs are it. That's it.
Yeah. And it is. It's one of those things. It's an adult thing. It's not for kids. It's not for dogs. But yeah, and like I said, it's about activations. I mean, it really, that's what we got the feedback from the Dunwoody residents, that they want to do cool, fun stuff. So, and that's what we're, trying to help out with.
Yeah, that's awesome. For those of you listeners that have maybe never heard of you or know what you're talking about, can you kind of explain the village real quickly, or Dunwoody? What do you call it? You call it Village Dunwoody.
Now we've transitioned more to Funwoody, but yeah, the village.
Yeah.
When
the
I was
Funwoody
a kid,
area, that's what you want me to call it, the Funwoody area?
Funwoody area, but I think the village is all the Funwoody area. That's where the fun part of Dunwoody.
So you start with Barn with that. You said that was 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, 3 years. We just had our anniversary parties. I've always opened the first week of November. This is an idea I started about 5-6 years ago, and I said, hey, you know what? I was tired of my wife saying, let's go to Roswell, Alpharetta. I'm like, how is there no place to hang out in Dunwoody? And literally, we were standing at the top of the stairs here in Dunwoody Village, and I'm like, we could do something with this. And presented to Regency Centers and then to City of Dunwoody. I said, hey, I want to build multiple restaurants and activate the courtyard with the stage and the screen. And honestly, like I said, it puts a smile on my face seeing, everybody hanging out and all that stuff. So it's been great.
Yeah, and I feel like you kind of have been a little lucky too, where places have opened up around you, because normally the village, especially the Regency area, is normally full. Like most of the spots are taken, and that's why we haven't seen them like bulldoze the whole thing, because they can't just kick people out. And so you have been kind of lucky where these spots around you are opened up, and you've had an opportunity and grabbed them.
Yeah, and just, honestly, I mean, having retail and having different things. The Little Gym just opened up. It's great. Yeah. It brings more people here to the area. Having more restaurants, bars. It just brings more people to Dunwoody. The best thing I love is when I'm talking to a guest and I'm like, well, where do you live? Oh, I live in Alpharetta, or I live in Brookhaven, or they're not necessarily from Dunwoody. So it always intrigues me, like, how do they find out about this place?
Yeah, you're there, Roswell, right?
Yeah, that's I mean, that's what it is. It's just different. Like, you're not going to be Kent Street. We're just a different different thing. But I think it will continue to grow, and I think having a lot of these out parcels here, we'll see what happens in the next 5-10 years. But it's a win-win for everybody. That's what it's all about.
It is. And is that how the other local merchants feel? Like, you're skipping over that little dentistry place and going to Brewster's. How does that dentistry feel about just being stuck in the middle of a party, every day of the week?
Great. He's a new owner. Took over Dr. Scott's office, and it was amazing to see. Like, for the tree lighting the other night, I said, come set up a table outside, just meet the people.
It's great advertising.
He loved it. It was great. And it was like, he's like, man, I ran out of everything I was giving out and all this stuff. But that's what it's about. It's about meeting your neighbors. And that's what I just, it's great to see, like I said, Valor being successful, Village Threads. I mean, that's what you want. You want, people just be successful. This brings more people.
Love it. So. All right. Well, is there any other events that you want to plug before we get off?
No, I mean, just, if you don't, turkey time, we're sold out of Thanksgiving turkeys out of Morty's. If you're not going to the beach,
you're already sold out?
Oh, it's sold out. Yeah, it's crazy. You should see the smoker. It's like unbelievable how many turkeys we're cooking and all that and everything else. And then
so anybody that lives around the village is going to be smelling those turkeys.
Oh yeah, you'll smell that. You'll smell that. And then go to the beach and message in a bottle if you're not going to the actual beach. With our happy hour has been great with the oysters and the shrimp at $1.50, and it's been fun. We're doing lobster rolls on Sundays, half price bottles of wine. It's been awesome with message and just seeing people just come and hanging out there too. So it's been awesome.
Love it.
So yeah,
love it. Well, thanks for coming on again. We had to talk, had to dispel these rumors of the Brewsters, and so thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. We love you, Dunwoody. You've done a lot for this city, man. Like I don't think anybody realized. I think people believed in you, but I didn't think that people thought that there'd be. What do you have? 5? There's 5 buildings now.
4 restaurants, and then we have the truck, Yofi, the food truck. So
yeah, I remember when you first came on the podcast, I was like, man, these are big dreams. This is cool. Like you're going to open one a year. Like, is that really going to stop? And
Loco.
Yeah.
Eventually one day it will stop, but it's not how many restaurants you have. It's really, I'd say butts and seats is what pays the bills. And, just seeing people come back, it's been inspiring and really been excited every day. I get up to work, I walk across the street. I live right there, and I'm pretty much here every day. So I love it.
Yeah, that is the life.
Thanks for always supporting. You're always a huge support. I really appreciate that.
Oh no, sometimes I feel like the Dunwoody Restaurant Review Group and the community forum. Like when local businesses get roasted on there, it kills me inside because I own a restaurant. I own a restaurant that's far away from here and it's not going to get roasted on those websites. So in my mind, I feel like, well, anything is good. Any publicity is good publicity. But at the same time, I'm like, oh man, that's hard for business owners to just read. You might get 10 positive reviews before you get one guy talking trash. And that one guy talking trash has talked trash about all the restaurants in the area. So appreciate you always being cool with that. And
you take it to heart, but and you got to learn what people want. And some people are like, okay, whatever. I'm like, my God, I just want them to follow me around one day and see what we deal with in the restaurant business. Absolutely. It's like, it's crazy. Yeah. So anyway.
Well, thanks for all you do for the city, man. And you were our obvious choice this year for the Grand Marshal of the Parade. And I think everybody appreciates what you've done for the village. So
thank you.
Thanks a lot.